Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to go through the top teams for Necrodrakon. There have been some developments compared to the previous week. So here we have a free-to-play team from Elysion, blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Sinbad and Sonya on the stellar bond, Mikola behind Sonya, and Kruger in the upper right kind of position. With the Blood Moon spell artifact, level it up to maximum. Your artifact, this is the really key pre-endless dream realm damage dealing artifact you can run. Okay, so this team, we're on common 2 difficulty right now. If your resonating level is high enough, any of these teams are going to work to clear common 2, and then we're going to be running these teams into hard difficulty as well. So the key heroes for today are going to be Sinbad, Sonya, Twins. These are going to be some of the 3 key heroes, but Kruger as well, really good for his physical defense debuff for your physical based damage dealers to amplify their damage even further. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this team again in hard difficulty. We can give it a skip run and see what type of score the potential of this team is going to be. Okay, so free-to-play lineup. 4,158 million damage is very good for a free-to-play team. No Rainier and no No-Ravion on it as well. This is going to be the team setup. And yeah, so definitely a good option if you don't have Ravion and if you don't have Rainier. Now, if you don't have Ravion, but you do have Rainier, there's a team from Woody Cat, which should be a bit of an upgrade compared to the previous team. This will be blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Sinbad and Sonya on the stellar bond, Rainier in front of Sonya, and Mikola to the left of Rainier with the Blood Moon spell artifact. Again, maximize the level of your Blood Moon spell artifact. Now, as for the charms here, I have Sonya charms, and if you're running a Sinbad team, then getting Sinbad charms can be good as well. Okay, now, for me, on my first run, we don't even get a new record compared to the previous kind of free-to-play friendly team, showing you that even though Rainier is good today, and you can give it a try, depending on your level of upgrades, it might be that you can get a really good score without Rainier as well. At least for these earlier kind of No-Ravion teams. Okay, next up we have a team from Frosty. This is going to be one of the top teams for today, especially if you're using Sinbad and Ravion on them. So pink turn on the right, blue turn on the left, Sonya and Sinbad on the stellar bond. Sonya also buffing up Ravion, Kruger in front of Ravion with the Blood Moon spell. We're going to go ahead and watch this battle play out in totality. Now, as for boosting the levels of heroes, Sinbad, Ravion, and then probably third Sonya. But definitely Sinbad and Ravion are the most important to have maximum or maximum level because it's going to increase their damage output. Ravion does pretty good damage, we'll see, but also his buffs will scale on his own attack. So if you have him higher level, then he's also going to provide a greater attack buff to your Sinbad, who is your hyper carry here, and also Sinbad. Of course, his levels are going to be important because that increases his damage. So let's see what type of score we can get with this team. This is one of the top teams of today. If you're running a Sinbad Ravion team comp, there's going to be RNG in Necrodrakon though. Keep that in mind. Your survival of your team is going to determine your score. So whichever team you do choose, go ahead and do a couple of runs of it just to make sure you're getting good RNG. So here even Sinbad goes down, which it isn't the best, honestly, and I think maybe if we got better RNG, they would be able to survive the whole fight. But on this first attempt, it's going to be 4,722 million. All of the heroes deal like pretty good damage, Sinbad, Ravion, and Sonya, but the problem was Sinbad died too early in this run. Okay, we're going to show you the next version of a Sinbad team formation. This is from Taiwan. This is arguably, again, both of these are going to be RNG, Frosty's team and this team. However, this one on average seems to be maybe a bit better than Frosty's team. So pink turn on the right, blue turn on the left, buffing up Ravion, Sonya buffing up Ravion and Sinbad, Kruger in the upper right hand corner with the Blood Moon spell. We're going to watch this fight play out as well. But it's important just for your team to survive the whole fight. Because if the whole team, or at least your damage dealers, which are Sonya, Ravion, and Sinbad, if they're able to survive right up until the end, that is how you're going to maximize your score. And both this team and Frosty's team, they have hit over 5,000 million damage, over 5 billion damage. But you need to have that good RNG. So like in the previous run, we ran a Frosty's team, we only got 4,700 million. And that was because our Sinbad died too early, which is a problem. So hopefully in this team lineup, Sinbad can survive the whole fight. Like I said, you can try both of these. You can also try multiple runs to make sure you're getting the good RNG. But from what the reports have been so far, we'll have to see how this run goes because it's next attack of the boss. That is going to be the deadly one. Okay, good. The whole team survives. That's beautiful. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm leaning towards this maybe being the better comp. Sinbad still does go down, unfortunately. But Ravion and Sonya and even Kruger are going to survive for a bit longer. And there we go. That is a good score. So I don't know. Frosty's team definitely is good, and with good RNG, it can probably almost match the score of this team. However, generally speaking, Wan's team, which is this one, is the one that you'll probably want to run and invest more of your runs into just to min-max the score here. You're seeing Ravion deals a lot of damage. Yeah, actually, you can have Ravion as a first priority for boosted levels in this team, and Sinbad as a second priority, and then Sonya as a third priority. Okay, so Sinbad did die, but like he died later, so it isn't an issue. Now we have the top team from Elysion, which is exactly the same team formation, but the only difference is it's running Athalia. So Athalia is getting her time to shine, her 5 minutes of fame, basically, because she is the best damage dealer for this week of Necrodrakon. A slight score boost by running her as compared to Sinbad. However, you just saw Sinbad is working in this team as well rather than Athalia in the same position. You can run either, but Athalia is going to be slightly better, maybe 100 million damage better. We're going to see that. So Pink on the right, Blue on the left, buffing up Ravion, Sonya buffing up Ravion and Athalia, and then Kruger in the upper right corner with the Blood Moon spell. We have to watch this fight play out in real time, and I want to see what we can get. Again, if you want to maximize your score, a lot of it will come down to just the whole team surviving one of that final burst damage of the boss and having everyone still like remain standing. And most importantly, you want to have your Athalia, Ravion, and Sonya able to survive right up until the end and keep dealing their maximum damage. That is important. Athalia is good here because she is a mobility-based damage dealer. She's going to keep moving, dispelling the debuff of the boss onto herself, and increasing her damage output and increasing her survival as well. That's also the reason Sinbad is good here, because he is also a mobility-based damage dealer because of the Tracker's Instinct that he reapplies. But Athalia is going to have more movement over the course of the matches. She keeps dashing around. But you do want Athalia to survive and remain in her main form, not her Spirit Lance form, for as much as possible, because that's when she's dealing maximum damage. Her Spirit Lance form has slightly reduced damage. Look at that. That's really good. We have Ravion surviving. Athalia's here. Sonya's here. 2 seconds left. We're getting a new record, and we got 5.23 billion, 5,230 million, and that is going to put us into the rank 1 position on our first run of this team, showing you how strong this is. Now, as for charms, I did go ahead and craft the charms onto Athalia, Sonya, and Ravion. If you're running the Sinbad team, you can craft the charms of Sinbad, Sonya, and Ravion if you want, or you can even just save your resources. Saving is never going to be a mistake, because we're going to need a lot of it when we get the purple charms coming starting from tomorrow. Anyway, this is overall going to be a very good score, but I will go ahead do a couple of more skip runs. Okay, guys, we got a new record right off the bat. Whoa, 5,284 million right back to back with the previous. That is huge. That is a huge score. I was not even expecting that, because honestly, I have not seen 5,300 million hit by anyone. Okay, we got a new record, 5,326 million. It just keeps going up and up, and this is literally the third attack I've done of this team. So I don't know, is there potential to go even higher? Like, it keeps, look, I'm showing you the records right now. It started with the first run we did, and then it went up, and it just seems like it's gonna keep going, but I think that is probably gonna be the limit. Okay, guys, I did a couple more runs. I really do think that this is gonna be basically our maximum score, so we're gonna stop at that. 5,326 million, that is a beautiful score. Hopefully with the teams today, you're able to get a top score of your own Dream Realm, district, and server. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share that in the comment section down below. That is much appreciated. But thanks for watching. If you guys are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.